Hello fellow lesbians, welcome to my channel and I hope you enjoy this video. Before we get into this video, I just wanted to say, I say nice a lot. Like there's a lot of repetition in this, a little bit of awkwardness, a little bit of tiredness. That's just because I come home, I do homework after work, and then I record. The other thing is, I don't know if this even needs to be said, but I do not own this. None of this artwork is mine. It all belongs to Volti, rightfully so. You guys should go follow them on Twitter and support them on Webtoon, which is exactly what I'm trying to get you guys to do anyway. So I'm not claiming this is mine at all. Just to throw that out there. And I'm not trying to make money off of it either. It's not going to be monetized or anything. I see a lot of TikTok recommendations of Yuri, and I thought I might jump in, but instead on YouTube because I could not recommend this Yuri more. It is called Sixth on Webtoon by the creator Volti or Volti. I'm not sure. So I'm sorry if I pronounce your name wrong, but I think I'm gonna follow you Volti for the rest of the video. Anyway, let's get right into this. Every desire exposes what humans are capable of. In the end, it's just you and I. A chance for retribution, and maybe some forgiveness in hindsight. In this universe, people can bloom. Blooming occurs when a flower activates in their heart. It surrounds their heart and gives them the ability to control an element. There are 5 main elements like fire, wind, electricity, water, etc. Because of this, that means there are 5 main factions, 5 main elements that are constantly fighting for power. Of course, each faction is linked to an element. Usually the people at the top have the strongest bloom. Along with this system comes the heat. Everybody has a natural body heat. The higher the natural body heat, the more bloom, the better bloom you have. If you run out of this body heat and you overexert yourself, your flower could potentially wilt and the person will die along with their bloom. This is when our main character Chris comes in. Chris cannot bloom, but that did not stop her when she found her manager getting harassed in an alleyway by a gang member. She tries to fight the gang member, but obviously she doesn't bloom. She can't bloom, so she would have lost. Luckily, a lieutenant from a different gang kills the gang member that was harassing Chris and forms a contract with Chris as payment for him saving her life. This is where the story takes off, and you're gonna have to go read the webtoon to find out what happens next. Alright, back to our paid programming. If that concept, the premise, what I just gave you the rundown of didn't really interest you, then I don't know if this is for you, but I still think you should go give it a look because of the other reasons as well. The art style is absolutely stunning. Like, I mean, this is one of the best visual, like, webtoons I've ever seen. Ranging from the action shots to just straight up character design, everything seems very, like, crisp and it looks nice. Like, obviously, as a webtoon, there's not going to be, like, a high quality, like, team working on it. It's just one person. I'm fairly certain it's just Volti working on it. But it looks very good. And I mean, like, the quality is up there with some of the manhwas that are, like, officially published. So yeah, it's up there with, like, the manhwas that have been published or, like, the mangas that's been published. Like, it's very good. Like, the art style, like, has me coming back. The concept, the story could be complete shit, and I would literally just be there because of how visually stunning it is. It's just very nice and clean. Another thing that I think is really interesting about this is that the Yuri, and it isn't like a normal Yuri, where it's like an emphasis on it being gay and not two people that like are interested in each other. Like a lot of stories are about the coming out process and being gay, where being gay is the main, like it is a gay relationship, but like it just feels kind of like a relationship that's starting. It's just two women that are interested in each other more than, oh my god, two women are interested in each other. So like a coming out story compared to just two main WOW. Which I think is a big props because I'm kind of tired of seeing coming out stories. Not just in manga and manhwa, but like in books, especially in movies. Don't get me started on the Christmas movie with Kristen Stewart in it. It was literally just about coming out. So I think it's really nice to take that and make it feel more normal, like just being gay feeling normal, or like just people loving people normal. I think the next part's also really nice. it's Chris feels relatable. The main character feels relatable, but also not like it's being forced. Like things will happen, and I'm like, that's probably how I would have reacted. The way she gay panics for Eden, that's how I would have reacted. Honestly, like the gay panic is everything. Honestly, but Chris feels like she's a relatable, realistic character, but not feeling like it's being like being relative and relatable to you. It's just being forced on your throat like some Wattpad fan fictions. Like it doesn't feel like it's being just produced by like one person and like it's just their fan fiction. It feels like an actual story, which obviously I wouldn't be just recommend. Actually, I would just recommend a fan fiction, but this actually feels relative and nice. Like seeing a main character that's not annoyingly like spot on to people. It feels like their own entity, you know? While that is nice, obviously I'm not going to just say that this is just a perfect story. It is ongoing, so it's not like I can say the plot turned out poorly or not. But some of the pacing in the beginning seems a little off, but the more the chapters go on, the more it feels like more combined and congealed and like the story is pacing in the way it should. But it's not going to be feeling like it's just some other webtoons where it's like I don't really know what's going on. This actually like you can get your head around what's going on pretty easily. Speaking a lot about how it's a webtoon and it's one person, Volty, and I think that's where I want to end it. Because I can talk about the main story all I want, but I also want to talk about like the technical things like how you can read it and where you can read it. You can read it on webtoon, on desktop, on app, within anything with an internet access, like you can read it and it's free as of this time of recording. Keep in mind it might get an offer from webtoon, but right now you can just go read it. Like you can go read everything for free as it comes out every Friday. But I think that's what's really nice is that it's on Webtoon, which is an app that you can just subscribe to the story and you get notified whenever there's an update on the story. Meaning you're not going to be waiting for a translating group to publish something and then you have to hope you are looking at that thing and keeping an eye out for it. Oftentimes when I'm reading a new Yuri series and it's ongoing, I'll read all what I can. Like I will read everything I can in one sitting. And then I'm waiting weeks on end for a new update when there's not. With this, you don't have to wait and keep checking on your own. You get a notification. That makes just like ease of access, being able to access this content easier. Also, a really nice thing is that this is English. This is originally English because as far as I know it is originally English because the person has it. I really have no fucking clue what I was trying to say at all. That definitely wasn't English. A lot of this was recorded after me working, so I'm just rewatching this and cringing so badly. I mean, so badly. The amount of bloopers is ridiculous. Hopefully the video turns out okay. Another thing besides just getting a notification on Webtoon, it also Another thing besides just being able to get a notification on Webtoon, meaning you don't have... You guys thought I was kidding. No, I could not speak English. Keep in mind, the webtoon is English, but I can't even fucking speak it. Another thing that's really nice about this, besides getting a notification on webtoon and not having to worry about that, is that it's done in English and there's no translation groups needed. With a lot of these manhwas and mangas, these Yuris, you're waiting for the update to come out, but then also for the translators to be able to get their hands on it and update it. This is just posted straight to webtoon whenever Volty wants to, and you can go and read it. There's no waiting for translators. Because while I appreciate translators, the pain of waiting and then also trying to find the stuff they publish, it's like, it's a flip of a coin. Like, you don't know if you're actually going to get that in a week or a month, maybe ever. Like, I've actually subscribed to a lot of Discords just so I know when something's going out, and my Discord's just being spammed with stuff that I don't even want to see because there's only one story I want. But with Webtoon, everything's there. You get a notification. You're not getting spammed unless you subscribe to multiple stories. It just makes it a lot easier. So basically my point is that it's on Webtoon, which means it's easy to access compared to third-party websites or waiting for an actual translation to come out that you can buy on like Bookwalker or something. The final reason I think you should pick up this story is because of the actual creator. Volty is active on Twitter and you constantly get extras and specials and updates on what's going on with the story. This is nice compared to a Western audience that's very into like a manhwa or manga that doesn't actually get any like interaction with the creator of the story. You're constantly going to be updated and given extras. He's also thinking about making a Patreon, and whenever that happens, I'll probably just throw it in the description when it's made, because obviously I'm going to go subscribe to that Patreon. I want everyone that reads this to go subscribe to the Patreon because I really enjoy this person's work. The extras actually posted on Twitter are very nice. I'll put some on the screen here. And honestly, just getting content like that, Yuri content, not even part of the story, just fan art of his own stuff, pretty amazing. I guess it's With that being said, I'm going to finish up simping. You guys should go check out 6th on Webtoon, done by Volty. It's all free, and it's not even gonna waste your time. Like, it's a very good story, very good art. I really can't recommend this enough. Thanks for stopping by.
If your boy wants to learn how to be a man, we'll teach him. You're here to become a true man.
Whatever.
Here to dance like a true man.
What?
Here to dance like a true man.
Serious?
And turn boys into true men. We turn boys into true men.
Wow, really?
We are men, manly men.
Wow.
We are men, manly men.
Wow.
We are men, manly men.
Oh,
We
wow.
are men, manly men. Men.
My girlfriend thinks I tongue, but my girlfriend thinks I tongue, but I can't. Not even a little bit. But I can't. Not even a little bit.
When in doubt, whip it out. When in doubt, whip it out. Whip it out. Whip it out. Just whip it out.
I don't think there's a need for that.
All lovely ladies love the helicopter.
What's that?
By the gods, you serious? The helicopter. The helicopter. Helicopter. Motivate that helicopter. Graphicate that helicopter. Got to learn it quick, grasshopper, and you'll make it flow.